my channel. Today I've got another makeup tutorial for you. This is like the ultimate kind of Christmas party kind of look, but also, okay, if you guys have followed me for a while, you know I'm pretty like basic with my makeup. I like blown out grungy looks. I don't really wear wing liner, I don't wear cut creases, purely because I really can't do them. But oh my goodness, life-changing discovery today. I've done a half cut crease. I literally can't believe I've done this. I literally can't believe it. I've tried to do this so many times, it never has worked. But I found a super like foolproof way to do it. And honestly, if I can do it, you can do it. It's a really weird thing that I discovered. I don't know what even made me think of it. But if you want to see what it is to get the easiest half cut crease of your life, or you could make it a full cut crease, I'm just not really into the full cut crease, I like half cut crease, then just keep watching. Okay, so starting off with my bare face, ta-da! I'm first of all going to be doing some prep for this, because Christmas night out, we want to feel like really prepped. So I'm taking the Rodial Dragon's Blood lip masks. I saw Kim Kardashian doing these lip masks, and I was like, yeah, I want to try this, it looks really cool. So it's basically like almost like a sheet mask, but for your lips. It's going to hydrate and plump your lips. So you just put it on like so, and you look really funny, and then you leave it on for 15 minutes and just do whatever you want to do while you're waiting. And then when you take it off, you'll still have loads of like product on your lips, and it just says to rub in the excess, and it felt so hydrating, it felt so nice, and my lips definitely look like a bit more plump, right? They look more plump to me. I think that's just why they're like so hydrated and like rejuvenated. So that was really good. And then I took, for moisturizer, the Rodial, this is like the Snake Booster. Is it Snake Booster? It's like a moisturizer, and it's freeze and smooth. I've heard so many good things about this, and I've had it for ages, but I've never actually tried it, and it felt so good. It really smoothed, so I really like that. I'm definitely going to be using that more often. Then I've got this tester of the Charlotte Tilbury Wonder Glow as a primer. Just gives you a really nice glowy finish. I wouldn't say it's particularly like a pore filling or anything like that. It's not like a primer like that at all. It's basically just like a second moisturizer that's going to give you a bit of glow, but I really liked it. Then for foundation, this is also new to me. This is the Diego Della Palma foundation. This is only a tester size, so annoyingly it doesn't have the shade on it, but the shade is like, I mean, look at that. Could it be more of a perfect match for me? And you know how hard I find it to find shades for me? This like suits my skin tone and just is like the perfect shade for me. So I just used this weird applicator thing it came with to kind of put it on my face, and then I used a Blank Canvas Cosmetics buffing brush to buff it in, and you saw that, I instantly loved it. It's like almost like a, you know, I love Armani Luminous Silk, and to me it was almost like Armani Luminous Silk, but a little bit thicker, a little more coverage. So it was like thicker, but it still had that same dewy, glowy finish, like such a beautiful finish to it. It literally just made my skin look really even, flawless and glowy. I just really, really liked it. Once I did buff it in, it did get slightly darker and a bit warmer, so I definitely dragged it down my neck, but I just wanted to show you sort of the finish of this foundation. So I'm just going to give you a close-up as well, so you can see the finished like texture of my skin. It's super, super smooth. I think it's a combination of everything I use, to be honest, but this foundation might be my new favourite foundation. I absolutely loved it. Then I'm just cream contouring with my KKW Beauty Dark Contour Stick. This is my favourite at the moment. I really, really like it to contour my cheekbones, my nose, my temples, my under my lip, and also my jawline. And then I just take the same brush I used for my foundation just to buff this in. I like doing it with the same brush I've used for my foundation or beauty blender, because I think then it's got a bit of the excess foundation on it, so it just gives a really seamless blend. But yeah, I just buffed that in, and then I took a smaller, I think this is an Iconic brush, like a smaller eyeshadow brush, to buff in or just blend in the nose contour, because this brush is obviously too big to do that properly. So just taking this smaller brush to blend in that nose area as well. Then moving on to concealer, I'm taking my trusty Shape Tape by Tarte in the shade Light Medium, under my eyes, my forehead, the bridge of my nose, and my jawline, well, chin, jawline-y kind of area. I find this really helps sharpen up my jawline. Then I'm taking a Real Techniques Durofiber brush to blend this in, and also putting the excess onto my eyelids to act as a base for the shadows, which we'll use in a second. I always use this brush to blend out my concealer. I really, really like it. I need a new one though. Then to set all those areas, I'm taking my Rodial Translucent Powder on my Kat Von D double-ended contour, I don't know what this brush is called, this brush here, it's like the dual-ended one. I really like it for setting with powder under my eyes. I don't really bake, I just set with the minimal powder because I like my face to be as glowy as possible and not too powdery, and I find if I put too much powder on my eye it goes a bit dry. So just like a little bit of powder, blow out my cheeks to get rid of those laugh lines, because hopefully if it's your Christmas party or any kind of party you're going to be laughing a lot. Then to deepen up the contour, I'm taking the Too Faced bronzer in Milk Chocolate. This is actually really quite cool toned once it goes on. I'm taking this on my new favourite contour brush, which is this one I used in my last makeup tutorial from Blank Canvas Cosmetics. So bomb. But yeah, this was the first time I've used this bronzer, and it's way more like contoury grey than I thought, and it smells freaking amazing. It literally smells like chocolate. Like, it made me want chocolate so bad. But then I'm going in with my favourite current highlighter, which is the Maybelline Molten Gold, on a duo fibre brush, and it's just beautiful. And gold to me is Christmas. Like, I think Christmas highlighter should be gold. It's just Christmassy. Unless you went for like an ice blue, like a really snowy look. But personally, I'm gold. I'm a gold person. I'm gold. So I just buffed that in the cheekbones and also down my nose. You can see I use a really, really light hand while doing this, just to give my nose a light dusting of highlight. Then for blush, I'm taking the Milani Luminoso brush on another duo fibre brush just to buff in the cheeks. I kind of feel like this just warms like your face a bit, gives a glowy finish and just makes everything mesh well together. And then to set it all, I'm using the Pixi Glow Mist. Oh my god, this stuff is unreal. This stuff is so good. Oh my god, I love it so much. It gives a really, really nice glowy finish, but it doesn't feel too much on your face. I do go ham, I do put a lot on, and I just take a moment to take it all in, and then I flap my hands like a weirdo to make it dry. What is this hand flap? What is that? Anyway, moving on. We're moving on to brows. I'm taking the Benefit Gimme Brow. This is in the shade number 4. And I'm just brushing through my eyebrows. I know this is a really weird way to do it, but I just like to do that first. And then I take the Precisely My Brow Pencil in 5, and I just lightly fill in the areas that need more. But I don't do overly much to my eyebrows. I like to do the brow gel first, because then it darkens up my eyebrows and it makes it a lot easier to see what I'm working with. And then I just pencil in any bits that need extra, which is kind of my whole eyebrow, but it's not a load on my whole eyebrow. Does that make any sense at all? Probably not. But whatever. This is how I do my brows. I might do an updated brow routine, so let me know if you want that in the comments down below. Once we've done that, I am moving on to my eyes. So this is the groundbreaking thing that I have found. So the other day I was in the sunbed shop because I was feeling really, really pale. So I went on a Sun Angel, which is like a special sunbed. Anyway, I went on one of those and I saw these. They gave them to me to put on my eyes. And I was like, oh, these are pretty cool. And I was like, oh my god, I think I could do a cut crease with these. Apparently they're called Winkies. So I literally made it how you would make it for a sunbed, and I just put it on my eyelid and it sticks really good. Although you can't see out of one eye, but it sticks really good. So just make sure you're positioning it obviously in the right place. And then taking my Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette, I'm going in with this shade right here, which is Eden, on a quite large fluffy brush, and I'm just literally buffering this all over that area. These Winky things, they stuck really, really well. Like, I don't know if it looks like it's really stuck that well, but it really was stuck on my eye, like it wasn't moving, and I was hitting it a lot. So I went in with that. Then I went in with the shade Amber, and I took it on a slightly smaller fluffy brush. I just did the exact same thing, but kept it closer to the actual sticker thing. So I just buffed that over that same area, but closer to the sticker, because we really want obviously to give a blown out look. And obviously you can't see what's going on underneath, but that's creating your line. So I just deepened up this colour, went back in with it, and then I went back in with the fluffy brush and Eden, just to blend that out. So every time I add more depth, I'm also taking the fluffy brush with Eden to blur out the edges. I think Eden's like a blur colour, like honestly, it literally just blurs out your work like really well. Then I took an even smaller and denser crease brush, and I went in with Saffron, which is even darker, kind of cranberry kind of colour, in the same palette. I love this palette, it's such a good palette. And you can see I'm doing the exact same like that I did before, but just with the darker colour, and then taking the fluffy brush and Eden to buff it out again. Then finally I'm going in with Oud, which is it's like a cocoa brown. It's like a brown, but it's slightly warm tone, and I'm taking like this sort of flat brush to really like almost draw a line over the sticker, if you can see what I'm doing. Sorry, Peanut's barking. I think someone's at the door. Joy! Okay, yes, there was somebody at the door, but I'm back, and I'm just taking the fluffy brush again to buff that out. So as I said, add colour, buff it out. Then take off the Winky, and it's going to look freaking weird, okay? I know that looks really strange, but just bear with me. So I'm taking the Stila. These are those liquid glitter eyeshadows. I got this 3 set from Sephora. It was like at the, you know, like at the best section of life. The bit of the till where it's like got all the little testery, sampley size stuff. So I got 3 of these from there. So I'm taking the more like silvery, almost pinky silvery colour. I'll leave the actual name of it down below because I can't remember it off the top of my head. And I just literally filled in that space that's bare, but not the outer, not this bit, because we're going to fill that in. So just that bit. And then flap your hand is back because we're going to dry it, because it does kind of dry. And because you don't want to open your eyes so it creases, just wait for it to dry. But once it does dry, we're going back in with saffron and we're going to fill in that negative space that we've left in this corner to create our half cut crease. So exactly the same thing, just applying the colour, packing it on, and then I kind of do blend over the line a tiny bit just to make it a tiny bit softer, but still there. Like the line's definitely there, but just a little bit softer, Then I'm going in with Celestial, which is one of her topper shades in the palette, because it's got a really beautiful pink, like duotone effect to it. And I tapped that over more the middle part of my eye, but I did go over the whole lid of where the glitter is, but more in the center. So when you move your eye, it picks up this beautiful pink shade. Oh my god. I cannot tell you how happy I was about this, guys. Look at me go. I was honestly just blown away that I had done this. Like, I just couldn't believe that I had done this eye look. Honestly, I was shook. I was so shook. So if you don't know how to do a cut crease and it scares you, then try this, because I just, as you can see, I just was blown away. I was so chuffed with myself. And no, it's not perfect. And it's not perfect. It's no by Brookel, but we're almost there. Then I applied some lashes, the Huda Beauty in Jade. They're Jade. And they're the faux mink lashes. And then just to make sure they blend better, I just tight lined my upper lash line with the Charlotte Tilbury Brown liner, just to make sure they blend, especially in that inner corner. Then I went in with a nude liner on my lower waterline. And then I just went back in with saffron with a flat definer brush to put it on my lower lash line so it kind of connects to the outer corner, but I don't take it all the way in. I just take it about midway, like about here. And then I also buffed out with our fluffy brush and Eden. Benefit their Real Mascara, just to make sure the falsies blend with our natural lashes. So I just kind of push it on my lashes rather than actually putting mascara on the falsies, so you can use them more often. Then for lips, I've got 2 lip options. So this is the first one, which is a safe option, which is a nude. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Iconic Nude Liner, which I feel like is the only liner I use at the moment because it's freaking bomb. It makes your lips look really, really big, and it's just like the perfect nude shade. And then I went in with my favourite nude matte lipstick, which is the Huda Beauty in Venus. I love this shade. It's such a beautiful nude. So this is the finished look with the nude lipstick. But I did also think it would look quite cool with a dark red lipstick, so I also tried it with Huda Beauty in Famous, which looks like this, which is freaking bomb. I really, really like it with this colour. Like, I don't know which one I would wear. I think this is really like festive, but let me know in the comments down below which lip colour you prefer. Okay, so this is the finished look, guys. I really hope you liked it. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.